So to help with the holiday shopping, I did pull up some gift sets. We have Sephora here. I got a couple of gift sets that I actually do recommend. I think aren't that bad. And then I pulled up some from Shoppers Drug Mart for my Canadians out there. Most of these sets are pretty bad, and I want to go over them and discuss them with you guys. So we'll start with Sephora. A couple good sets here. Now, what I pulled up was the Next Big Thing Deluxe Fragrance Sampler. So this is a set. I was combing through all the sets that I think isn't that bad. 36 bucks for you Americans. We get rinsed up here, let alone 13% taxes in my province, but $52 or $36 for you Canadians, Americans rather. So for 36 bucks, I think this fragrance sampler set is worth it. Also, I think it's worth it for 52 Canadian. This is one of them that I think would make a good gift. So if you look at what it comes with Cloud Pink EDP, comes with Clean Reserve, Eau de Parfum, Skin, obviously Commodity Juice, Expressive, Juliet Has a Gun, Miami Shake, Nest, you got a Fleur fragrance, and you got the Maker Lover, which I'm extremely familiar with. I've actually had a full bottle of this one. You're getting all in all, you can see the mils you're getting here, right? And this is where I kind of want to show you guys the value. 10, 15, 18, and you have 23, 28, 31, and you have 38.5. So let's just call it 40 milliliters of juice. You're getting almost a 50 ml bottle, 40 milliliters for $52 Canadian. I mean, as far as kind of designer pricing goes, I know some of these fragrance houses are niche. Juliet Has a Gun, the Maker. As far as pricing goes, I do think it's worth it. You are actually getting good value. Depending on the sprayer, if it's strong, if it's a mist, whatever it may be. I mean, 1 milliliter can be 10 to 15 sprays. So this is a set, and I was looking at it, and I really do think this is worth it. This is something you should pick up for yourself. This is something you could gift and not feel bad, even if it's 52 bucks Canadian. I get it, it's not US. They absolutely dominate us with their economy and dollar value. But still, it's not bad. It is not bad at all. You guys in the States, I hope this does actually translate, to roughly, say, $35 to $40 for you guys in the States. I think it's worth it. This set is absolutely worth it. You're getting good fragrances. Some of these houses are true niche, which means they don't do anything else. And it's a phenomenal price breakdown. I couldn't recommend this one enough, honestly, for a girlfriend, a teacher, a mom, an aunt, whatever, a daughter, a wife, whatever it may be. Like, I really think this is a phenomenal set and it's good value. And there's another one that I found that's actually good value. So the replica memory box sample set here. So we got 4080 Canadian. So I'll just type in 41. It's about 29 bucks US. So regardless, whether you're shopping Canadian or US, $40 for this replica set, I think is well worth it. I got one of their older sets back when they had a music festival and Whispers in the Library and all that. And I think I paid more than 40 bucks, honestly. Fantastic value. I do think this is another great value set. I wouldn't feel bad personally if I spent this money on a set. It's a quick way to try everything. The set does look nice. It's a nice box, kind of opens up. You see everything laid out, almost like kind of like book titles. That's somewhat how it looks like. Nothing like Imaginary Authors, if you know that house, but it's nice. It's presented well, this set, and I couldn't recommend it enough, really. So with this updated set, you're getting Under the Lemon Trees, It Seems, By the Fireplace, Bubble Bath, Lazy Sunday Morning, Jazz Club, Sailing Day, Autumn Vibes, When the Rain Stops, Beach Walk, On a Date. So I'm familiar with actually every single one of these fragrances. Some of those older OGs there, you have Beach Walk OG, Sailing Day, Jazz Club, Lazy Sunday Morning, and By the Fireplace. Those are some older ones. Then you get some of their other 5 newer ones, Lemon Tree, Bubble Bath, Autumn Vibes, When the Rain Stops, and On a Date. Those would be the newer ones. I'm very familiar with this house. Phenomenal value. So I think between these two sets, as far as Sephora is concerned, you're good. This Next Big Thing Deluxe Sampler is worth it. I was actually in store and I can't find it. It's not on their website anymore. They had another Sephora favorite set, but it was a pink pouch, a pink travel bag. I forgot the fragrances that were in there. I think it was more steered towards designer type vibes, but it was also very well worth it. I was looking at that, the pink one. So it's a pink one. It's the same type of travel case. If you find it, I do think it's worth it. It's more designers, but it's also still worth it. So I was looking at other value sets and gift sets, and I wouldn't want to make this video drag on, but if you had a question about one of these sets, you could comment down below the set. I'll go look it up. I'll do a quick analysis and I'll let you know, like, do I think it's worth it? Should you consider it? Is it good value? You're never going to get the best milliliter dollar value, like dollar per milliliter value buying travel sets. You know how that works. If you buy a bigger bottle, you get better value. So you will never get the best value, right? But you still want to make sure you're paying something that kind of makes sense, right? Of course, you're paying for the convenience, you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for getting to try all these different fragrances. So as far as dollar per mil, it's never the best way. The best way is pick a fragrance you want, buy the biggest bottle as far as dollar per mil goes. But some of these are definitely worth it. Like the Cali one wasn't that bad, you know, for $34 to get these samples. I think it's 8 here, 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, it's not bad. It's actually reasonable. And Sephora has been doing like 10 to 30% off, I guess, up here in Canada anyways, with certain brands and houses. So it's not bad. I mean, the Cali one was good. The replica one, definitely the next big thing. But I want to move on to Shoppers Drug Mart for my Canadians out there. So if you had any more questions about the Sephora ones, I showed you 2 sets that I really think are worth it. Comment the set name down below. Let me take a look and I'll be able to let you guys know. Also, I was looking at Ulta earlier and I don't know what it is with their website. They had nothing good. No sampler sets, no fragrance sets, nothing good at all. I don't know why or what's going on with them really. Maybe they're just waiting. It's not even December yet, so I kind of get it. But they had no good deals. Nothing on their website. So anyways, let's switch gears now. We're going to go to Shoppers Drug Mart. Okay, so we're here now at Shoppers Drug Mart. Again, this is for my Canadians out there. Maybe there's similar sets in the States, but I doubt it. Shoppers is kind of its own thing. So you got Americans, you can stick around for sure if you just want to hear my analysis. But basically, long story short, I got 4 of the core Shoppers Drug Mart sets up here, and they're all garbage. They're all not worth it at all. 145 Canadian plus tax, $163, right? If you're in Ontario, 13% tax. You're paying $163, that's what you're paying, for cheap designer fragrances that are far cheaper at discounters. You can maybe get 2 of these fragrances for $145. Yes, I get the gimmick with this is, you know, you see what you like, it has a voucher card, and you essentially get it for free. So for those of you guys who don't know, this set, for example, just get to the names here. Coach for Men, Hugo Boss Bottle Beyond, Lacoste Original, Mont Blanc Legend. These are like 10-year-old fragrances at this point, which is annoying. Paco Rabanne, was it 1 million gold, they're saying? Versace Eros, obviously the original, and then Myself by YSL. So you're getting designer and some really old, cheap designer fragrances. Myself isn't cheap. That's probably the only exception. And then you can trade in 1. So redemption limit of 1 certificate per transaction. So I mean, the best value would probably be getting Myself. So I just really don't think this is worth it at all. I mean, these fragrances, it's a garbage set, garbage fragrances. I'm glad there's 2 honest people reviewing this. The only value could be getting Myself, the original, the Eau de Parfum, for $145. But again, there's reputable discounters out there that you can get all of these fragrances for far less, right? Because the value is you try them out, you trade a certificate to get a fragrance, deeming that fragrance, you know, kind of worth $145. I know technically speaking, the fragrance would be worth less because a lot of that value baked into the $145 is having those samples to begin with and getting to try them, right? So say you deem that a $30 value, then you're getting a fragrance here for $115, whatever it may be. I don't even know if it's a full size. It might even be a 50 ml. I just don't know. I don't think the fragrances here are exciting enough and worth, say, even $115 if I'm deeming that $30 value towards the set and the samples, which is still overkill in my opinion. These samples aren't really worth $30. Maybe like Myself, it is a 7.5 ml. But all in all, I wouldn't really recommend this. I don't think it's a good set. And all the other sets are fairly similar, right? You're getting this female set here, $145. All these female perfumes that are just old and not good. Gucci Flora Gorgeous, Givenchy Irresistible, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Like, that's been over a decade at this point, I'm fairly certain. Born in Roma, the original. Dylan Purple, Yves Saint Laurent, Black Opium, the original. And then they have another, you know, him fragrance sampler set here. You know, these are some of the newer fragrances. Newer. Gentlemen, you have Boisé, Eau de Parfum Boisé there, Luna Rossa Ocean. I actually think I reviewed this one on TikTok quick. Born in Roma, the original. It's just the original YSLY they snuck in there. It's not worth it. And again, there's another her set. Like, these just look dated. A lot of them are older, dated fragrances, close to 10 years old. Like, some of these around 2015 or shortly, you know, earlier, maybe 2016, 2017. these sets are just not worth it. They're not worth it. I don't think they're worth it, and it's really not worth redeeming one of them. Now, if you don't really know about fragrances and you want to get something fun and exciting for someone who's trying to find their signature scent, I get how this can be appealing. You know, you don't have to sit, try out a whole bunch of fragrances at a store with a whole bunch of other smells. You know, you can just sit down, have all the samples, really pick what you want and exchange it. So buying it for yourself, I don't think it's worth it. If you don't care about fragrances and you genuinely just don't know what the person wants, you want to just get them one gift and be done with it, it's just a toss-up. It's up to you. Just know that you can find all of these fragrances and all these 4 box sets far cheaper at discounters. Link down below, you know, Joma Shop, Fragrance Buy, Perfume Online. They ship to Canada and the States. You can get 2 of these fragrances for the price of this, and it's full bottles. But I understand you got to put some value in trying out the fragrances, sampling them, and really finding your signature scent. Value is bad. Value is bad if you're buying it for yourself. Value is extremely bad if you're buying it for someone who's into fragrances. The only time I'd recommend any of these sets is if you and the person you're buying it for don't really care about fragrances, then sure, you can give them a box of, you know, half old fragrances. Like 5 of them are definitely going to be from like 2015 to 2020, but they're not going to know the difference, right? They're going to be excited. They're going to have a set that they can try to find their signature scent out of, and away you go, and it's a good gift. So if the person's into fragrances, bad gift. These are not good offerings. None of them are. And if you're into fragrances, don't buy it for yourself. Other than that, I mean, spend your money if you want. It could be fun and exciting for someone who doesn't know about perfume to try to figure out their signature scent. So I'll leave it there, guys. Hope that helped you out. Again, if there's any sets in particular you really want me to dig deep on, comment down below. I'll research it, and then I'll comment my honest thoughts. And I'll probably maybe even post a short form video like YouTube Shorts, IG Reels, the TikTok, reviewing the set really briefly to help you guys out. So I hope you appreciated it. And then per usual, if you do like actual discounted fragrances on the low, you can check Fragrance Buy, Joma Shop, Perfume Online. Great websites, shipped to America, US, and other countries. They do a lot of good stuff there. That's where I personally purchase all my fragrances. I've been doing that for many years. Save your money, guys. Hope you enjoy the holiday shopping, and I'll see you in the next video.